Our Danganronpa today with this kickin' intro music. Oh yeah. Oh. do 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 do. Oh yeah. This is kickin'. Alright. Change the heck. Dun 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 dun. One, let me turn it down. This is super loud in my ear. There we go. No, why is Twitch being a butt? Okay, Twitch. Dashboard. Bum bum. Okay, there we go. So let's go back to channel. Let's change the title here. Who killed my waifu? Alright, so yeah. Last time, which was yesterday, we found Chihiro dead, and we're trying to figure out who killed her. She was found in the girls' locker room, but something isn't quite right, so we need to get down, find out who killed her. Byakuya has been helping us, but he's still suspect for me, at least. Because he's the only one that knows about... Right now, he thinks it's Genocide Jack who did it. I'm not too sure. Let me make sure I can see my chat. Alright. There we go. Alright. Continue. This is where you left off. Yes. So. There's blood on the floor here. See, the posters has to been switched. Yeah. The boy, yep, yeah, so that's weird. Let's put it, yeah. Locker rooms. Okay. So the only... What do you gotta say, Mondo? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger. Yeah, I do remember that. She said it more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down to here. But did she really need to get strong that bad? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl. After all, most girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. You spent a long time in here, right, Sakura?
Of course.
Let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys and girls locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can't really say. Never really paid any attention to the posters. Alright, I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have any other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercise. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain had disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up, but still, isn't it unusually clean, as if there was a stain here never before? And there's the stain in the other boy's room. I think we need to talk to Ali. Yeah, there's that coffee stain. Yeah, okay. We gotta go find Ali. See if she noticed the posters being missed. Yes. Alright, F1. App. Archive. Library. I guess there's something more in here. I'll go check the library and the archive. Do. Bum bum ba da. Guess not. Alright. Lamp one. Oh, see, it's not plugged. That's right, there's an extension cord. So someone took the extension cord to kill or hang Chihiro's body up. And there was something else in the archive. Look, another case of the genocide jack file. Oh, it's gone. Byakuya, take it? Okay. So somebody stole the genocide jack file. Okay. Guess nothing more here. Okay, so gym entry, nobody. I've already done all I can there. She's in the dining hall. Ooh, what's up with your knee? Oh, Hina, how's Toka doing? Same as before. She won't come out and just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimming. I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toka's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course? There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. No, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? Me?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said even though that you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just like us either. It was like she stayed away from all the other girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex but be totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay. I need to ask you about the poster. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So just same conversation. Any map. A warehouse. I need to go get Celeste's account. So it had to be one of the guys. So let's see. Actually, let's see who. Report card. So, me, but I know I didn't do it. So it's either Taka, Byakuya, he's dead, Hifumi, or Yasuhiro. My heart says that it's probably Yasuhiro, even though. Okay. But let's see. Yes. I need to go talk to Celeste. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were gonna ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see that was pointless. Then did you find something? Stop beating around the bush! Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was here in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve. That's fucked up. Fuck you. No. Yeah, there was no trace. Oh. Oh, come on. Don't tell me that's the trial.
It's the moment you've all
Damn.
been waiting for.
I have no idea who was.
Remember where to meet. Please go through the.
Fuck. Begin the class trial hour. It's about to begin. Oh. Damn. Yeah, I have no idea. So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is? You really don't remember, bro?
Come on!
Kidding! I'm just kidding! How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please! And just like you said, a few minutes later, he really appeared, dragging Toko behind. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me! I can't believe you would drag a girl around! Terrible! You're terrible! Whew! Now that everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator. Let's get the show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time we find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek, nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. That murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here.
Oh, very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. You ready? We doing this, bro? I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? Well, bro, what do you think?
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up?
Shall we go?
Shall we begin? There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do think it's mere shock enough to explain it. I guess I wasn't much help on this one. I give you plenty to work with. Shows how far your logic can take you. So, I think that first date actually ended up with Toko killing her date when she saw the blood, because I think every time she sees blood, she turns into Genocide Jack.
True.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator and shook your legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart started racing faster and faster and faster and faster. And soon everyone's on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated! Isn't it just so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good! You're rip-raring to go! Gotta say, I don't hate it! Not at all!
Well,
Okay then, let's get the show on the road!
thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats! And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, a deadly defense, and a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes. Alright. Set the skills. Studies. Studies your aim a little, effective during non-stop debate and Handmaid's Gambit. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Yeah, I'll set algorithm. Effective during, okay. Okay. Well, that's good then. Back. Alright, let's, go over this one more time. Victim was Chihiro, we know that. Death around 2 a.m. Body was discovered in the girls' locker room. Below the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Okay. Despite this, yeah. Yeah, no regular person could lift that up. It had to be Sakura or maybe Mondo and Toko could have done it. Mondo. Oh. Let's see. The hammer main Junko and Sayako's both seem to work, so I'd assume that's broken. Well, Chihiro was a programmer. She could have hacked it. Suspected genocide jack victims include whatever those people are. I don't care about them. They're killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. Bloodlust was found. Profiling indicates the killer is likely suffering for split personality. And 1 second, guys. Okay. The carpet in the boys' locker room. Yeah, that's the coffee stain that Sakura was talking about. Yeah. So I think the posters and the carpets got changed are the signs on the locker room. Oh, her handbook hasn't been found. Suspended. Sakura mentioned the expenditure are gone. Okay. Alright. Guess let's go. Finish. Class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Yes, we are aware.
If you can figure out
Who done it,
then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
you can shut my door if you want.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then.
First off,
let's talk about the murder weapon.
the fatal blow. Make your argument.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But
Yes.
what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's how I thought.
Certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Like Chihiro.
Okay. I need to go back around. Come on.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a kind of blunt instrument
Ah,
to
no.
bend. I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, fuck you.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the
Scene of the crime. Yes.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes.
Yay! That's so creepy!
How else are you gonna figure out who done it, you douche?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Alright.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
I don't.
What? For real?
Okay, so it is him.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
The fiendish serial? I don't think so. Yes, absolutely. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. So think of them as obstacles. Press the right mouse to attach a silencer, which you could shoot down. However, if you shoot an mark with a silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if you're... I don't have it on gentle. Good luck and have fun. So, make your argument. What's loaded? Genocide Jack case file? Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure.
Seriously?
Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why?
Why?
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack,
So,
I don't know who that is!
okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. Case closed.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Oh, you fucking...
Hey, so, speaking of, I don't know who that is!
The culprit is case closed.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
There we go.
No.
Finally figured it out.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found
Oh, you know
at the
what?
scene of every murder.
The clairvoyant could have talked to the spirits and find out. Boob lust? I'm gonna need you to put that erection away, sir.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Positioning. Yeah.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer,
Yeah.
the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials
clairvoyance could have talked to?
There's only one logical... It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
I don't think so.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
She's not wrong.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like blodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. And
It's not a riddle. She's got split personality. Yes. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, what the hell? Oh. Oh my god, I don't fucking know. Is it... She's,
Now I understand.
I don't know what that means.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have
Dissociative.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she...
When she woke up, I'm fine, Kia. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Kia! Must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. Yeah.
she was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Yeah.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yes. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Yeah.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Yeah, you're a dick for telling her secret.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any
And you just
time.
went and blabbed it, you
And
fucking
that
asshole.
trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Now she's pissed at you, dude.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You
Yeah.
promised. I can't believe you lied.
Yeah, you dick.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy.
What an asshole.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
I don't think she did.
In spite of that promise,
I don't think Genocide Jack killed.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing.
You're wrong, dude.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
You're a disappointment, dude.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All the...
You...
I don't think Toko did it. Whoa!
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Whoa.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
This scares me a little bit.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
Why does your tongue grow longer?
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's up, babe?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
No.
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the
Wow.
police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
I don't
It's
know
a
if that's true.
necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for us. Just kidding again!
Wow.
This should be enough to convince you. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no...
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would
But
be revealed.
she came out like that's
Well,
not a motive.
Let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubted, so she had a very clear motive to never have that side of...
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
She didn't do it, dude.
Sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit. But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could... Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth!
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
I do.
Yeah! I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Alright. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Yeah.
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Yeah, ha 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 ha!
Give it up. You killed her.
Modus operandi.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
I'm not so sure
I'm not
about...
so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know?
Uh-oh.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Whoa.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Multiple stab wounds.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
This is no
I want
creation of mine.
your finest soup of Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Let me rephrase that. If there are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear. Look like the neck stomach.
I got it!
Yeah, it was stab
For
wounds.
one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yep.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Yes, it is.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
That's not the MO anymore.
And there's more. What?
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Shut up, murderer.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was
That's right. Because all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Yep.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Except it was a extension
What's
cord.
your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Like they're crucified.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
You're still hot. I'd bone her.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Yeah.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Hmm?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were and there's a pattern there, just waiting to be
They're all
discovered.
guys.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. They're all guys. Chihiro was her lover.
I got it. Is it because
I want some fan art sent to my Twitter. DM me it.
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
That's what I'm talking about.
in all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common?
They had a penis. Uchida?
They were all guys?
Yes.
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Dude, even in this form, she's creaming her panties constantly.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Boy on boy fangirl.
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Oh my god.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
She's got a point.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Nope.
Lowly? Cur?
Yeah, you dick.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world.
Okay, whatever. You still aren't in.
Are you sure about that?
Whoa.
She's fully equipped.
I keep them in my vagina.
That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
And ghosts.
That's why we figured it had to be the real deal.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. You got it wrong this time. Think about it and try again. There is one person copied. The only other person could have been Byakuya.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out. You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
I don't think it's Byakuya.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
He's not
And
denying
the
it.
reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
My loins are afire.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must...
thinking about it now.
The way you were acting right before we...
Very suspicious.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room.
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
We didn't know that yet.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
We didn't... Yes! Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your cylinder. Okay. Okay. Alright. Good luck and have fun. Let's figure out Monokuma File 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
Get out of here.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
No.
The victim
Get the hell
was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay. Okay, I need it always. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity,
that's a natural...
No.
The victim was Chihiro, so of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for... What's so...
God damn it.
taking me with you.
I know what it is. Found the body. You absolutely take it.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, it was before the body. We didn't know.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Tell us.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that.
What's with Byakuya? It's like he doesn't even care. I'm cornering, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you?
There is.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case
and
and
the
past
past
Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Differences? What could it be? Make your argument. Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Yes.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Okay.
What? The difference You want me to explain when I want to kill? And I use those same scissors. But Chihiro, it was some kind of.
That's right.
Then there must be.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my...
Liar.
No, it's wrong.
It was from your fucking desk lamp, you dick.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Yeah.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Yeah.
What? An extension cord?
Yeah, you found it in the archive, right?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Yep.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
I don't think it's him, though.
Then your conclusion is I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
I really don't think he did it. Wait, not even
What's
above?
wrong? I asked you if you...
Hell yes, that's what happened.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do...
Not so sure.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Yeah.
Do we really need to?
I think you did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised specifically, I dressed it up to make it look... What about all that bothers you?
I don't... It happened in the boys' locker room, I'm pretty sure. Can I... Truth? Yeah, there's something more. Scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you
The
killed
carpets
Chihiro
and
in
the
girls'
posters
locker
were
room,
changed.
right? Are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Shut up,
She
asshole.
was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere
Yeah,
else.
there,
carried
Sakura,
on
stained the
Along with
carpet
the
in the
rest of the
girls'
murder scene.
room, but now the boys' locker room is stained, and the posters were most definitely switched.
Rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Yes. Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Let's see, evidence that the murder took place somewhere else. There's something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. 2 locker room posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
I don't think the girls want a big-breasted lady.
Your proof is some posters?
Yeah.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Just a little.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster
Be careful,
like
you're
that?
giving Chubbs over there a freaking hard on.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
You still creep me out.
The boys' locker room had
Tornado,
a
a boy
poster of
band.
the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
No.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Not maybe,
And
definitely.
There's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yes.
Protein coffee?
Yeah, I'm sure you've never heard of protein coffee, dude.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It's not that it was scrubbed away. It was moved. Boys' locker room carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Yep.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yep.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Yes.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
To make it look like one of the girls did it?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her as she had no way to get into the boys'
No, all the dead students' e-handbooks are at the beginning.
And I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you,
How could she have done it? Broken e-handbook?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Yes.
I got it!
Yes.
She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
That's actually very possible.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
Leon's was broken.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
No.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
Yeah.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
Yep, starts
So
blaring.
if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
No.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Okay then, I vote for...
Is that it then? And Byakuya's one? No.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Yeah,
There's no
she's
way
my
she could
boo.
get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Okay.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Shut up, Bear.
This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
I can see the bear chub right now.
Alright then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Ho ho ho!
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
You scare me, Bear.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations.
I wonder what she's gonna do it. Alright, we headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
Yeah, what?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Missy!
I'd like you to examine the victim's body. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Really, search every crevice.
Examine her carefully?
No,
like
you're...
using our hands?
You're not allowed to, do it.
Wait, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds.
Yeah, religious grounds.
Very well. I'll do it.
I'll feel her up.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to...
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
No.
So just
She doesn't like girls.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
I want some more fan art, you know, sent to my Twitter at Shundao. Do it.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
Here I go.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Please excuse the penetration. Putting her hands in a brief prayer, Sakura then began quietly examining her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but...
Yeah, what do you mean?
What? This is...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Whoa, she's going Super Saiyan. Sakura's eyes were staring wild at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Oh.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting.
That explains some fan art I saw online.
You're joking, right?
Interesting.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Interesting.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Interesting.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no,
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Yeah. That is an interesting turn of events.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl.
Well, don't just assume that. Maybe she was a girl trapped in a guy's body. There ain't nothing wrong with that, folks. Thought never even crossed my mind.
Because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
That's true.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that...
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Yep.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yep.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yep.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but Yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
I don't even know what that word means, dude.
This is the most titillating situation!
Stop creaming yourself.
So now everything has been connected.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
I don't.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
Yeah.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Yeah.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Yeah, he wanted to see my logic get past all that.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Ooh, I knew I was right.
I happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering
I think he knew that Makoto was not just the ultimate lucky student, but actually like the ultimate investigator or something.
If it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Yep.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But Byakuya didn't do it. Then who's the real murderer? No understand which.
I got it!
Gotta be a boy. What if she accidentally killed herself? In other words, yeah. So I need to find some more clues. Celeste's account. Oh, okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Oh, fuck.
Shoot!
Damn it. Alright.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but
But what?
did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
I have to agree with him.
Someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yes.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new ring club.
Oh, fuck you.
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
It's not like you're just gonna turn them.
Oh.
Game over, man.
Game over, man! Game over!
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is a...
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, it's wrong.
Celeste saw.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Yes.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
That's a cute pose.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime.
Saw him warehouse.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And
interesting.
That is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Kinda in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
But I think I know why now.
Because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough, so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
I mean, the only one that I can think that he trusts was me, but I know I didn't.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
Yeah.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
What's that?
You know who the killer is.
I don't.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had
I
the
had the
equipment,
equipment.
we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say.
I don't see what she's getting at.
Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
A blue one. Yeah. Celeste's account, okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yes.
He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So,
I
what
don't
you're saying
think
is
so.
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Oh.
He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose this?
What do you mean this?
I got it! It matched the one the cop.
So, what, the killer was wearing the same... My tracksuit is black.
Oh, damn.
He's exercising.
I have a white shirt. I got it from the...
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, he was on his way, so next we have to... Why did he choose?
What do you mean this?
I got it! It matched the one the cop.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him.
No, that's wrong.
He never said what color.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Yeah, what did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Track jacket. I assume he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Yeah.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Only you.
Only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and
The clothes were
surely
disposed
disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's
Cherry. That's a cute name. I like it.
Cherry. Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the...
No.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
It was in a duffel bag.
when Celeste
Just noticed it.
Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. You just ran into him briefly. You couldn't possibly have seen what color
Wow,
the
I'm
tracksuit
surprised.
was.
This one had me completely fooled. I had no idea who the killer was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Yep.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
I feel like she's staring into my soul.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
She's got a good point.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Just confess,
I
dude.
didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
No.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Well, you are kind of one.
He would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a...
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling
His
me
little ghost friend?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly...
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fun.
If you really... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
And?
I got it!
Must be
We know
Chihiro's.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Possibly.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hacking it.
Shoot!
Ah. Hitting its weak point? Okay.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Yep.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma?
So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Yep.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands.
I like them rough.
You're sure you won't follow their example?
Yes.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
How?
yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
Oh.
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
So when Mondo and military guy had their little endurance competition, Mondo had his outfit on and probably had his handbook on him, so it broke. So that broken one's actually Mondo's and he stole Leon's.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Wow, my day is getting so much better.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
There we go.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed.
Quite the mystery.
What
No,
if
it's
they found
not.
out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible. I don't know of anyone who took their hand.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the
Mondo.
Here's my answer.
Yeah, it has to be him.
Mondo.
Chihiro died.
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because
Mondo
he's
and Taka
guilty.
had an endurance contest
But
in the
yeah,
sauna not
Lucille,
too long ago.
Chihiro died, and we found out that she was actually a he, I guess.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Yeah.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
I know, I was so sad at that.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Chihiro was so adorable.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
He's in a motorcycle gang. Of course he would kill.
Accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Alright, Mondo, show us Leon's ebook. I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. What do I have? Make your argument. Card reader, broken handbook.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then
The
Mondo,
Mondo.
you broke your own handbook.
Yes.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Yeah.
Well, my goddamn handbook.
I know.
was fine.
Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
He's gonna lose his bro.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Yeah.
What the heck are you talking about?
So he has Leon's. Sorry, no more bro jobs for you, bruh.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is
Has to be.
which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out?
We've already went over this, Aoi. Even though you're cute, you need to listen.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Dude, Monokuma on the right side of the screen needs to calm down.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
I guess, but I do plan on giving her the giant donuts that I got out of the Mono
I'm
machines.
happy to admit I made a mistake.
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Bro, oh no, bro, don't tell me this.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong.
No!
Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will be
Dude,
clear.
Taka
And we'll
is
all see if
shook.
I was wrong.
Finish the thought. Alright, there's a missing scene here. Oh. There we go. This is the right one. Let's see, what else do we need? Hiding it. Probably this one. Bum bum. Bum bum. I guess this. Do. Hit her with a dumbbell. Do. This case got really interesting because Byakuya moved the freaking the body and made it look like Genocide Jack. Oh wait, I need to go back. So it had to be this one. Hey. Put the death bell in the locker. What could it have been? I like the comic book aesthetic of this. Alright. So I guess let's go to the end and go. That is a creeper face for sure, Byakuya. He's like, ah yes, a dead body. I guess this. And then he got some blood and wrote Bloodlust. Yeah, it really is, because this one I had no idea who did the murder, and then during the case I actually thought it was Byakuya, and then he even said it was, but then it wasn't. I don't know what else. Where do these things go? Well, I guess it had to, one of the things has to be the poster. Right? Bum, bum, bum. What is that? Is that the e-handbook?
The killer is you!
I think that's it.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Let's see if I'm right.
Last night,
I also haven't watched any of the anime or watched any playthroughs of this game, so I'm completely blind into this. I definitely want to go back and watch the anime OVAs afterwards.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
I'm gonna miss my poor Cherry.
Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Now all I have is my adorable Toko, and she happens to be a genocidal maniac.
But how could the victim,
well, at least one half of her. Beep boop.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
There was even at one point that I thought maybe Chihiro was lifting weights and it dropped out of her hand, hitting her in the head.
And attacked him.
Ah, dang it. So attack, blood spatter there. Oh, actually, okay. That's this one. You go here. I think this one goes here. Then I guess. Oh, there's extra pieces. Damn it.
The killer is you!
Let's see if I got it right. Bah!
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Bum bum bum.
It was likely in the heat of the moment.
The murderer is shook there.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
Bloodstained carpet. 1 second, guys. Alright. Everything looks good on that end.
Then, removing
the bloody poster. Ah, fuck. Is it this one?
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm just guessing at this point.
Which is why the killer hurried to try. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Fuck.
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the
bloody poster. God dang it. So it's something I have back here. So what after he picks up the body? I really don't know.
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm guessing here.
Which is why then removing the...
Okay.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been using one of those. A boy could...
Oh, I got it right.
That's exactly how the killer did it.
That's who done it.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
Bum, bum.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no.
Mr. Creeper came in.
Yakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. After stumbling on the crime, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough somehow. The killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna, and the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Yeah.
And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Mondo Owada. Kiha!
Wait. No. This can't be right.
Sorry, your boyfriend did it.
Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Just told you.
You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Yeah, that already revealed itself, bro. Yes, tell me more. Let's talk about fever time and nega time. If you press the space key, fever time will lag, and the tempo will be forced to the max. Even at this point, if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy. Tell your focus gaze. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special. So we prepared something called nega time that your opponent's act during that. Your tempo marker to disappear. Make a quick hit the button if you were to activate fever time and live. No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Alright. Good luck. I'm not good at these, so let's go.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
Dun 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 dun
You're
dun.
wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Final strike.
Show me some evidence.
Broken handbook. Suck my dick.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
Right here now.
Once we do that, we'll...
You don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
You asshole. You killed my cherry. How dare you? I got an A! Woo!
Bro, what are you saying?
That you're a murderer.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Roger Dodger.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting. No holding on.
I want to go with my bro.
Grab your lever and give it a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice?
Use better phrasing.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Alright, Monokuma. Dun, dun, dun. Tell me more, tell me more.
What?
Uh-oh, looks like this... You got it right again. Was Mondo. Alright. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're very close to the danger zone, Mr. Mario. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he could kill someone. Sorry.
What is this?
What? Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. I want to hear it. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young lady. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Poor Cherry. Once the killing game had begun at the school, he had no choice but to accept this. After all, in the world of survival, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong enough, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, was Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end, and the hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent him into spiraling despair.
what?
And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
I don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. And with that, at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising, and he was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to was...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mono, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked to Mondo for some help. That was his aspiration. And even though he even thought with Mondo's support, he never come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Chihiro carried... Oh, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
It could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone had been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his notebook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he had also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That sounds disgusting. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw at Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hand. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be a leader? All that'll do to make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... I don't think that means he killed him. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you now. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brothers, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then, those embarrassing secrets I've already brought up. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death and the guilt that I've been carrying around, it would all have been for nothing. So that's why. Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I don't know. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me all of a sudden? Huh? Cause I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I've wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? Are you saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, try to overcome it. It's the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
You making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
No, I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something start to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Well, what's wrong?
Damn you!
Why do you have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face? No?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong! Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring down at him down on the ground. Hey! Hey! I killed him. I killed Chihiro.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
Yes, you are.
And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Nope. You killed my cherry, and I'll never forgive you. Even if you look like Kuwabara. 1 second, guys. Something came up over my chat box. I'm not on Xanax, so I don't quite know. Mondo, He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his and turned him into cold blood. Though, that reminds me of an episode of Ugly Americans, if you've ever seen that show. God damn it. Look at him. You'll see. You're all just like him. Yeah, they killed my cherry, Chihiro. But then I found out that she was actually a guy. So that's interesting. For a secret from past for a memory. For that, he killed another human in cold blood. Yeah, I would. He was pretty adorable. I did fall for it. He couldn't cut free of regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you hope anywhere? Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but... Oh, it's okay. I didn't really know that was on Nightbot's thing, but yeah. Punishing? Punishing? You mean the execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised, right? The Blackened would be punished. So how are you guys?
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Is it a bunch of motorcycles, like, gonna, like, rip his body parts apart? No, wait! My bro!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's
punishment time! I said wait! Sorry, man. No more bro jobs for me.
We couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I love this little retro sequence. Time for the punishment. Bum bum ba ba ba. Oh, he's strapped onto a motorcycle. Let's see what the hell happens. Oh, I like how he has a haircut just like him. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thank you for the follow, Panzer. The Cage of Death. And let's see. I like the hula hooping Monokuma. What the hell is... I feel like I have a seizure right now. Oh. Did like the G-Force kill him or? Oh. It turned him into butter. Enjoy your pancakes, Mr. Kuma. That is so freaking creepy. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be! My bro! Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let that happen. You are having an aneurysm, sir? Please report to the nurse's office, which is closed up right now. Yeah, seriously, dude. As talk of sad screams invaded our schools, we are each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. But Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? Yeah, he is.
Naturally.
He is also on Monokuma's pancakes. Of course I do, because this little game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I made things more interesting. His voice was calm and emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
honestly,
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder, bruh? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But that, if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up, you creep?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene? But damn, bruh, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. He was DTF. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something that I'd like to ask you, Monokuma.
What's this?
Yeah, can I have a vibrator in my room? You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief! I don't understand. Why do you have to pick apart every stupid little thing? Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you, and I'll kill you. I know Liam Neeson, so you better watch your ass, mister.
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're a main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. Except he's not the main character. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Is that fun, Panzer? Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still confuse you. Alright, I'll have to look it up. But the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt more like a blind puppy in hell. Had more of a future than us. All of our courage, all of our effort, our friendships, it felt not like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Bum.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Ooh, plot.
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Yeah, make sure you massage the prostate.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
That girl?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Interesting.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed.
I wonder who he's talking to.
All the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
I don't know.
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
My. You really took me by surprise there.
There's a 16th?
I know I said you could ask anything, but... super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
Interesting.
And
the plot gets
dumb
deeper.
enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Alright. Is that the end of chapter 2? The end. Well, technically 11 with the name of this 16th student. Alright. Crazy diamond present. Alright, and I think that I'll call that a stream. I'll see you guys back. The next stream is on Tuesday. I think I'll be playing this again on Tuesday, about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so about the time I started today. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. Had a lot of fun. Thank you, Panzer, for the follow. And I hope you have a good night. Bye!